Alright guys, welcome to Wheelz World, and today we are looking at the big hitters and green card figures that I actually own of the Wwf Hasbro figures. So, without further ado, check this out. So, here they are. There is the big hitters and the green card series. Green card series that I own of the Hasbro figures. Crush, Adam Bomb, Ludwig Borger, Razor Ramon, Bret Hart, and Shawn Michaels. So, let's have a look at these figures. So, if we bring Crush to the center, just for a moment. Ludwig, you're not supposed to do that. So, bringing Crush front and center of the ring. Crush, this was based on his heel time in WWF when he became tag team partners with Yokozuna. Obviously, this was probably one of the last moments in WWF before coming back in probably 1998, was it? I think he left around about 1993, maybe 94. And then he sort of come back in around about 1998, 99. That was when he joined DOA, the Nation of Domination, should I say first. And then he became the leader of DOA, Disciples of Apocalypse. So, Crush, as you can see, is in the purple gear that he always had. He actually had a bit more of a more detailed outfit, to be fair, which, I can't remember who's bringing it out. I don't know whether it's, I can't remember what the names are. There's SC Toys and somebody else. And somebody's bringing Crush out in his evil Crush gear and everything. And to be fair, I will probably do a comparison on a later date, because I will be getting that Crush. So, front and centre at the moment, we've got Crush. What can we can't really say much more, but he was a big hitter in the green card series. This being because I don't think many of the UK actually ever saw the green card series. I could very well be wrong. There could have been the green card series may come out somewhere in the UK, but unfortunately, I actually didn't see it anywhere. So, I never ever saw this Crush in person. I never even found out that Crush was even real or even brought out until a lot of years later. So, moving along, we'll move away from Crush. Next up, we have Adam Bomb. We're moving him to the front and center for this bit now. Adam Bomb, obviously, another one that was that became a high hitter because he was a green card series. Adam Bomb. For me, this figure, the only thing that's missing is they never gave him his gloves. Yep, they decided to give him the goggles. Very weird choicing of things round, considering the goggles were actually entrance gear and the gloves were actually wrestling gear. So that's a bit of a weird one to me. So, Adam Bomb, this was his heel days when he was with Harvey Whippleman. He later went on to... He had a bit of a face run. he still used the same kind of outfit, but then he did start changing colours of his gear. I have actually got another Adam Bomb somewhere, by Chella Toys, but I can't find it to compare it. If I do find it, then obviously I will have to compare it. Don't! So, but looking at the figure itself, the figure is actually really, really detailed. Considering Hasbro didn't really do a lot of detail on figures and stuff, this one actually has probably one of the most details that I've actually seen in a Hasbro. Even the knee pads have got his Adam Bomb logo on them. Adam Bomb went on to leave WWF, and he eventually ended up in WCW, as many people know him as Wrath. He ironically actually joined forces with Crush in later parts of his career and became Chronic. They became WCW Tag Team Champions. And I remember them coming to WWF during the Invasion. I actually think WWE actually dropped the ball with them, because they should have been such a dominant team when brought in as Chronic and everything during the Invasion and stuff. But WWE just did absolute nothing with them. I think, if I remember rightly, I think they had about 3 or 4 matches. Two of them possibly being with Undertaker and Kane. So, yeah, they got a high-profile match, but they actually didn't get anywhere. They never held any singles championships that I know of. Adam Bomb may have held titles somewhere else. Maybe even Crush, but I actually don't know. So, we'll move Adam Bomb back, and going back to the green card talk, and next up is Ludwig Borger, a man whose career was, well, to me, was cut short. I know that he passed away, or he was killed. I don't know. I don't know the depth of what actually happened to him. I remember he was in a few feuds in WWF, and I actually thought he was gonna become a mid-card champion, which obviously at the time was Intercontinental Champion. But they never ever pulled the trigger with him. One thing you'll notice with this mold, back in the day, is it is actually pretty much the Hulk Hogan mold. I don't know what series the Hulk Hogan was with the same mold. But Hulk Hogan had the same mold, and if you look very closely, you can actually see that the boots go right up to the knee pads, but they painted like a quarter of it like a skin colour. But you can see the lace mold and everything like that on it. It was very unfortunate for Ludwig Borger, because I actually thought he would have, as I say, I thought he would have actually got a mid-card championship, but I don't even think he lasted in WWF long either. He wasn't there that long, and but I don't know why. I thought in the day, for what their wrestling was, I actually thought he was pretty good. But obviously, everybody has opinions on wrestlers and stuff, so I found out lately. So next up, we will look at the Purple Razor Ramon. Razor in the purple, I never knew existed until, good grief, I have no idea. I didn't know it existed for years. One thing I thought they might have done with the Razor Ramon, because like who was it now? Like Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect had a Hasbro figure in yellow and blue. His yellow version was just all yellow. Outfit wise. And then he was brought out in a blue version, which had his design on the back, where it would just be a different colour and it would go into like a V shape. Razor Ramon, they actually never did that with either. They never did it with his jacket, because his jacket always had black on the back and then whatever colour on the front. If I remember rightly, Razor's other figure was a black jacket altogether. But he had red trunks. Now that is probably quite accurate, because I think he actually did have a full black jacket. But I was very surprised that they didn't include it on this, especially with what they did with the Mr. Perfect. Probably all down to money issues at the time, or keeping a budget. I'm actually surprised that they never put some of the Razor logos on the one elbow pad as well. So yeah, the only slight disappointments of the purple Razor Ramon. So looking at the next high hitter is Bret the Hitman Hart. This one I knew was actually a thing, because I remember seeing a magazine that showed the prototype Shawn Michaels, and they showed this Bret Hart on it as well. Me at the time, I didn't know that Shawn Michaels was prototype. I actually thought it was a figure that I'd missed. It's about right for me. But the only thing that ever really gets to me with the this Bret figure is the fact that they actually didn't make the elbow pads black to make it match his real life gear. However, somebody out there, I've seen a picture of it, somebody actually got a factory, what did they call them now? A factory error Bret of this outfit, and it actually had the black elbow pads instead of pink. And it is, I don't think anybody has ever come along that Bret Hart ever again. I've not seen anybody else with that Bret design. So whoever that is, he's got some big money there, I would have said. To have a Bret Hart that's actually accurate from the Hasbro era. I was surprised that they used silver on the glasses as well instead of pink. I understand they were trying to make it different, but the fact that they swapped the colours round and they changed the pants a little bit and they put a new logo on the top and stuff, I thought that would have been enough. But no, Hasbro felt that they needed to put silver glasses on him and make him look like Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future. So yeah, I actually really like this Bret though. I mean, it really is probably the coolest one of the Hasbros that I actually have in my possession. Moving on to the very last one now, and it is the ghost face of my collection. Yes, it is Shawn Michaels in the black pants. I have no idea what colour series this was. I just know his face shouldn't look like a ghost. So, as you can see just by looking at it, it's exactly the same as the original one that they brought out. It's just different colours. The mould is exactly the same. Obviously, the other one was white trousers, white tights with the red and black like zebra patches, and he also had black glasses on the other Shawn Michaels too. So yeah, it's not exactly the best of differences of figure with the Shawn Michaels black pants version, but I have it in my possession now. Well, and I'd never actually ever seen it in real life until early this year, along with the Razor Ramon. I've seen all the others in real life, and I've seen them like up for sale on eBay and stuff like that. But apart from that, I've not seen them actually in person until this year. So let me just move this so we're back to me. Yes, not exactly the best of sights, am I? So yes, that was the Hasbro green card and high hitters. It's not. I'm not completely fulfilled with them, obviously, because the green card had another 3 to 4 people. Because there was Billy and Bart Gunn, Yokozuna with white belt, and was there someone else, or is that all of them? I think that might be all of them, actually. I don't know. But I have at least 3 out of the 6, as far as I know, when it comes to the green card service. But obviously I just keep searching. Never know when I'm gonna find something. But until then, I hope you've actually enjoyed this analysis, or whatever you want to call it. I do sound the most excited, don't get me wrong. It's because I'm just... I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things. You wait so long to get them, and then when you get them, it just seems like the hype's gone. So until next time, hopefully I'll be more hyped and not as bloody hot. It's absolute roasting in here. That's probably another reason why I don't sound too excited, because it's horrible in here. But until next time, I will see you then, and this has been Wheelz World. Yes, Wheelz World. Remember that. Until next time, I'm out.